Hello everyone, I'm Subhojit Panda from Odishatv.in presenting today's news from Odisha. First headlines. Fifth and final phase Panchayat polls for 150 Zilla Parishad zones held in Odisha. Elaborate security arrangements put in place in Maoist-hit districts. 2 persons including SARPANCH candidate killed in poll-related violence in GANJAM district. BJD slams BJP, alleges the saffron party leaders of Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh utilized money power to influence voters in western Odisha. Former minister and senior BJD leader SARADA NAYAK and his 5 associates detained by villagers in Sundargarh district for allegedly distributing money and other materials during poll campaign. And expert from National Green Tribunal examines lower BALI YATRA ground in Cuttack. Now the details. The fifth and final phase of the Panchayat polls for 150 Zilla Parishad zones under 58 blocks across 26 districts in the state began amid tight security today. Barring Angul, Bodh, Jharsuguda and Malkangiri districts, polling for the 3-tier rural elections were 1,173 GPs and 16,148 wards began at 7 a.m. today. 60% polling was recorded till 12 p.m. Long queues were seen in front of poll booths with people, including women and senior citizens, making beeline to exercise their vote. On the other hand, elaborate security arrangements were put in place for free and fair conduct of polls. Looking at possible terror threats from left-wing extremists, combing operations were intensified in Maoist-infested districts like Koraput, Raigada, Nuapada and Balangir. Besides, CCTVs, adequate security personnel and drone surveillance were deployed to ward off any untoward incidents in sensitive booths. When the fifth and final phase Panchayat polls were underway across various parts of the state on Tuesday, 2 persons including a SARPANCH candidate were killed in poll-related violence in GANJAM district. The SARPANCH candidate, identified as Bullu Pradhan, died during a group clash at Brahmana Sahi under Hinjali police limits of Seragada block, while 10 others injured in the poll violence. While 8 of the injured were admitted to the MKCG hospital in Barampur, 2 are undergoing treatment at the Hinjali hospital. In another incident, villager Pitambar Swai of Mordakot was killed during a group clash in the area under Kodola police limits late on Monday night. Besides, 2 injured persons were admitted to a local hospital. Voting process was cancelled in Brahmanchai Gram Panchayat under Seragoda block in Ganjam district today following deterioration in law and order situation in the area when a SARPANCH candidate died in a poll-related violence case. State Election Commission Secretary R.N. Sahu informed this today. Notably, the SARPANCH candidate, identified as Bullu Pradhan, who was also a Samiti member candidate, was killed and 10 others injured in a group clash at Brahmanchai under Hinjali police limits. While 8 of the injured were admitted to the MKCG hospital in Barampur, 2 are undergoing treatment at the Hinjali hospital. Alleging that the BJP has used money power to influence voters during the Panchayat polls, the BJD on Monday said the saffron party leaders of Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh are distributing money among the voters in western Odisha. BJD spokesperson Pratap Deb said, while the BJD had filed a complaint in this regard at the State Election Commission on 15th February, the allegation has turned out to be true. Citing instances, the BJD leader pointed out that police recovered hard cash and Chhattisgarh vehicle from Thuamula Rampur area of Kadahandi district and Papadahandi of Nabrangpur district on Monday. The cops have also detained a person in this connection who is said to be a friend of a BJP leader of Chhattisgarh, he said, adding that this has confirmed that the saffron party leaders of Chhattisgarh have distributed money among the western Odisha voters. He said that the BJP adopted the tactic of distributing money and threatening voters for the first time. However, the BJD has given and would continue to give a befitting reply.
ये गोटे प्रकार कहले दैनंदिन संपर्क बंधु बांधवर संपर्क तांको लोक एठी आसीबा किछि नुवा कथा नुहे एवं द्वितीय कथा होछि भारतीय जनता पार्टी पक्षर प्रचार करिवा कोन अपराध कथा होछि ये जो प्रकार अभियान आरंभ करिसंती ये निजर अपारगता निजर अपकर्म एवं ओडिशावासी प्रति करिथिबा अन्याय को लुचिया पई एभली कथा बर्तमान बिजु जनता दल प्रवक्ता माने कहउछन्ती।
The State Vigilance will begin its interrogation into the disproportionate assets allegations against arrested IS officer and OSIC Managing Director Parthasarathi Mishra as it took him on a 2-day remand starting from today. A special court in Cuttack had granted the vigilance to take the accused bureaucrat for 2 days of judicial interrogation. The court has allowed permission for Parthasarathi's counsel to remain present during the course of inquiry. As per information, 6 teams have been formed to probe into the DA case of Mishra, with each team headed by a DSP level officer. The Commissionerate Police, which is probing into the harassment allegation against Talcher BJD MLA Braja Kishore Pradhan, on Monday said it cannot register a case against the latter as there is no evidence of cognizable offence against him. Talking to media persons, Bhubaneswar DCP Satyabrata Bhoi said police had prepared a station diary and begun investigation after receiving complaint from the victim. In course of investigation, it was found that the allegation made by the victim against Pradhan comes under the section 493 of IPC, which is a non-cognizable offence. The DCP, however, said the Commissionerate Police would help and advise the victim to move appropriate forum to redress her grievances. Notably, the victim had lodged a complaint against the MLA at the Mahila police station in Bhubaneswar a few weeks back, claiming to be his wife. She had alleged that though Pradhan had married her in a temple, he is unwilling to accept her of late. Senior BJD leader and former minister SARADA NAYAK and his 5 associates were detained by villagers at Jarada Panchayat under Gurundia block in Sundargarh district for nearly 3 hours on Monday for allegedly distributing money and various materials during Panchayat poll campaign. The irate villagers who refused to release NAYAK later handed over him to the police, who told them that cases will be registered against them if they resort to violence. Police later seized 52 umbrellas with the conch symbol of BJD, 2 liquor bottles and other materials from the vehicle used by NAYAK. Apart from this, police also recovered Rs 8,200 cash from him. Bonai sub-collector is probing into the incident. Prior to the incident, people of Jhirpani in the district had caught NAYAK red-handed while he was distributing money to influence voters to vote in favour of BJD candidates on 14 February in gross violation of the Model Code of Conduct. The BJP on Monday demanded a judicial probe into violation of Model Code of Conduct by some political leaders and top senior bureaucrats and a series of political violence during Panchayat polls perpetrated by the ruling party in the ongoing 3-tier Panchayat polls in Odisha. Briefing media persons, BJP National President Suresh Pujari said the judicial probe is imperative since BJP and the ruling BJD have also levelled same charges. Countering the statement of Pujari, BJD spokesperson Samir Das said the BJP should redress its grievances to the SEC if it has conclusive evidence against any official. He further said there is no truth in the statement of Pujari and the Saffron Party is trying to influence the people to vote in its favour in the 5th and final phase polling. Refuting the claims of the BJP leader, the attempts are being made by some bureaucrats to tamper with the poll results. Das said the BJP should refrain from giving such fallacious statements to the media which are baseless.
ये ऑफिसर मानकर एवं कलेक्टर मानकर जदि फोन रेकर्ड एवं व्हाट्सएप को देखा जाए ताले चित्र स्पष्ट हो जे ये समस्तंकर भूमिका निर्वाचन रे कोन थिला जहा अभियोग आसी जा विरुद्ध रे आसी जो दल विरुद्ध रे आसी तार विचार विभागीय तदंत निर्दिष्ट समय सीमा भीतर तदंत करांतु किए अपराधी एवं किए अपराधी नुह ओडिशावासी पई स्पष्ट होई.
An expert from National Green Tribunal NGT Sudhakar Patri visited Cuttack to examine the Loya BALI YATRA ground on the Mahanadi riverbed on Monday. Patri, who examined the Tadapodia or Loya ground, will later submit a report on the matter to NGT. During his visit to the city, Collector Nirmal Chandra Mishra and other officials of the district administration were present. Notably, the NGT had earlier imposed restriction on the conduct of BALI YATRA on the banks of river Mahanadi in view of pollution of the river. Besides, it had ordered the district administration to refrain from filling the riverbed, dumping of debris and encroachment of the river embankment, triggering discontentment among the traders as well as the district administration. The tribunal, however, had issued clearance on 4th November last year for holding of the historic event. Before wrapping up the news headlines once again. fifth and final phase Panchayat polls for 150 Zilla Parishad zones held in Odisha. Elaborate security arrangements put in place in Maoist-hit districts. 2 persons, including SARPANCH candidate, killed in poll-related violence in GANJAM district. BJD slams BJP, alleges the Saffron party leaders of Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh utilized money power to influence voters in western Odisha. Former minister and senior BJD leader SARADA NAYAK and his 5 associates detained by villagers in Sundargarh district for allegedly distributing money and other materials during poll campaign. And expert from National Green Tribunal examines lower BALI YATRA ground in Cuttack. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.